Welcome into Copper Hills basketball on the Rewind Sports Network as the Copper Hills Grizzlies back in state, and what a chance as we've got a rematch of last year's 6A state championship as the Copper Hills Grizzlies ready to take on the Lone Peak Knights. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Coach Sharon Mason. Coach, saw this game earlier in the year, Lone Peak, Copper Hills, and oh boy, it's going to be a good one.
It is, and this is one I was really excited to come and see because it's a great matchup between the two teams, like you said, in the state tournament last year. So it's going to be awesome to see how they play tonight and how each team competes. I'm excited to see Copper Hills again. I haven't seen them since Ridgeline. They've had a few losses out of state, but I'm excited to see what they do tonight.
It'll be really interesting. This Lone Peak team coming in, they're 8-4. The record isn't what it's been the last couple of years. It's still extremely talented, coming off an overtime win against Mountain Ridge and led by, another Woolston, Kennedy Woolston.
And you got to love those Woolstons, cranking out those basketball players. So I'm excited to see how she plays tonight.
She averages 16 points a game, 6 rebounds a game. But when you talk about great scorers in 6A this year, Copper Hills has one of them in Skyly Barker.
And what is she averaging? 20 points a game, 21 points a game, and one of the best free throw shooters. So she's going to give us some good things to watch tonight.
Yeah, she's actually got a chance to beat a record of a former Lone Peak Knight, that being Kaylee Woolston, set the state record, I think, with 96% her sophomore year, and Skyly at 95, so she's chasing that mark. And
I think she can do it.
I think she can too.
She can do it.
She's got some work to do. She's got a whole percent she's got to pick up. But it's the Grizzlies and the Knights ready to tip off. Copper Hills in the home whites, Lone Peak in the road blacks. And we are excited for this one. Just a reminder, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing. Keep it true up the official game clock here in the gym as we are set for the tip-off. And we are underway here from Copper Hills. And the possession controlled by the Grizz. Ledger with it, handing off. This is Barker driving right to the rim, and an offensive foul taken there by Nordstrom.
Classic Lone Peak coming out with that high-pressure defense.
Well, I love that drive from Barker, but that's good position by Norm. She's
great.
Stands in there, takes it.
Right in there, yep.
So Lone Peak bringing the ball up ahead. Here's Harness, will hand off with Kennedy Woolston. Talk about her in the open. Is sent over with Holdcraft. Woolston can't possess it. Lone Peak still on it. They give it up. Ledger looking up the floor here with Marston. Inside, good find to Frazier.
Such a great cut by Frazier coming right down that middle.
We were talking before the game, Coach, about Aspen. You said, man, looking for her to get going. She's got all the talent in the world.
She does. She really gave us some problems at Bingham last year. And so I think she really could do some things for Copper Hills.
Averaging 7 points per game, over 50% from the floor. Good start for her, and I like them getting her going.
She's so long that she just has so much that she could do on the inside.
Lone Peak. Here's Pope. She's been great for Lone Peak, the freshman. Here's a three. That one good. As Zuri Nordstrom cashing in from long range. Inside again. Frazier. Count the bucket and the foul. A chance to head to the line here for Aspen.
She's looking right in those inside to get those cuts, and it's wide open in that middle. It's a great cut by her. Finding that position.
A substitution here for Lone Peak is that's Falau checking in here. The freshman. This is a young Lone Peak roster. They got a number of freshmen that contribute. Is that free throw good? 5-3, the advantage for the Grizz. Harness looking inside for Woolston, taken away. Falau. Off that screen into the teeth of the D, she gives it up. Copper Hills working up. Nice shot by Lone Peak. You get that pressure, sometimes you can give up those easy buckets. Able to get back. Frazier gives to Ledger, baseline J.
Copper Hills showed extreme patience on that last one, waiting until they can find that open player right there in the corner.
Copper Hills executing really well. They're getting great looks here early, Coach.
They're working really well as a team, too, finding each other.
In the lane, Harness, patience. No, she walked with it. Good call there. I thought she got a little sped up on that fake.
It was a good thought, though.
Yeah.
Still staying in that front court by Lone Peak. Looking to get a trap.
And, ooh, just stays here. Here's Barker. See Copper Hills trying to be quick on the ball, working in. Frazier kicks out. 3 from Skyley. No. Is that going to stay here? No. That'll go to Lone Peak. Good look,
she tried to tip it off her foot.
Yeah, that was close. Official right there, back with the Knights. Harness working with Woolston. Got a little help on that screen. Too strong on the drive. How about Frazier running the floor for the Grizzlies?
Getting out early, though. That's good.
Now Lone Peak trying to get out the other end. Pope saved it. No one there. Numbers here for Copper Hills. Barker to the rim. Strong. Ledger with the offensive board. A 3 on the way. Marston. And a timeout taken by Lone Peak.
That was great. A great push by Copper Hills, and just to stick with it to get the offensive board.
And how about the unselfish play? Giving it to the open Marston, 33% on the year, hitting the 3. 10-3, Copper Hills, and a timeout taken here by Lone Peak. You're watching Copper Hills basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll be back. Welcome back, Lone Peak basketball. Coach, what a start from Copper Hills. If you're Coach Nancy Warner, what are you telling your team here?
I probably would tell him to keep out on defense and not let him get going on that fast break. I mean, the Lone Peak pressure is hard to deal with.
And a good play by Lone Peak there, getting the ball movement and finding Pope underneath for her first bucket. Inside, Frazier kicks out, extra pass. Drive, Ledger trying to give back to Aspen. Aspen Frazier has been money in the first quarter. She's got 7.
And again, just showing that patience and finding the open player on offense. They're not just settling for shots, they're working to get the right shot.
And she could have taken a shot at the rim earlier. She kicked it out. So we've seen her not be selfish, right? It's finding that right shot like you talked about. Boy, that's a tough shot. And how about Folau with the bucket? Her first tonight. Copper Hills trying to... Go ahead.
Oh, just choose freshman, right? She's the freshman.
Yeah. Tell Copper Hills trying to speed it up. Holdcraft with the board. Knights on the run. Folau. Trying to keep it here. Cannot.
Great defense by Copper Hills right there. Good hands. Started with the deflection.
Barker coming up. Oh, crafty skill. Harness in the open floor.
Very patient, great finish.
We've seen Lone Peak. They've not been afraid to apply pressure in the backcourt. That one was just across the half-court line, but worked to their advantage anyway. Frazier strong on the shot. And now numbers for the Knights. Woolston. Yeah, fouled there.
Seems that both teams are kind of pushing it. It's fun to see this fast-paced game.
That foul on Taylor Johnson, her first. So Lone Peak here will inbound. Woolston. Oh, step back 3.
That is a hard shot to defend. I mean, defense is honoring that step back. That's so hard to defend.
It's like it runs in the family, right? 12
Started
apiece.
with her mom, for sure.
That's right. A family in the crowd tonight. 3 on the other end. It's Barker with the response.
Hopefully
Her
that
first
gets
field
Barker
goal.
going.
Full out. In trouble. And a traveling violation. Great defense on the baseline there from Copper. As Sela Ahmed checking in, as does Ella Creer for Copper Hills.
Copper Hills is playing so confident right now.
And I love they're showing some depth here early in this contest as well.
Yeah, getting those subs in.
Yep. Frazier. Gives to Marston, now Alma. Barker in the post, goes up, just off the mark. Full out. Works back up. Woolston through the lane. Oh, just missed it.
Can't quite make that connection. It was a good move on her part.
Did a great job creating the shot, though. Crafty move. Oh, how about that D by Harness? Couldn't tell if Frazier got a piece or not. Copper Hills.
Looked like she, tipped it a little.
Barker giving back. Marston for 3 again. And we have a couple of Vunami threes hit by Copper Hills, as that is the 3rd Vunami 3 of the game. Vunami sponsoring all of our Copper Hills 3-pointers, powering local business with cutting-edge IT and hosting solutions. Learn more at Vunami.com. Want to thank Vunami for their sponsorship of Copper Hills basketball. We also had a Soccer Post timeout taken there. Soccer Post is your local source for all things soccer, located in West Jordan and Pleasant Grove. Soccer Post is here to serve our community and help all athletes perform at their best. From the latest releases to the perfect item for any fan, Soccer Post is the only choice for your soccer needs. Find us online at soccerpost.com. We also missed a Chick-fil-A free throw back in that first quarter. Our apologies to Chick-fil-A. All of our Copper Hills free throws this year are brought to us by Chick-fil-A. Great place to go pre-game, post-game. Get a little dessert. A little chilly for the frozen lemonade.
Cookie. Don't forget the cookie.
The cookie is spectacular.
We love the cookies.
Had one of those this week. As we're inside of a minute to go here in this first quarter. 18-12, the advantage for Copper Hills. Here's Woolston, her 3.
Another
no.
step back.
That shot may be taken a little quick, but you play there for a 2-for-1 too. So opportunity to get a rebound here, clear, you get final possession of the quarter. You a fan of the 2-for-1?
It depends on the situation, I think.
I'm a big fan. Marston, another 3. The Vunami, a big fan of Marston. She's got 3 Vunami 3s in this first quarter.
She's
9-point lead.
She is feeling it.
Woolston looking to drive, turns into the paint, kicks out. Harness will try her hand to the 3, rims out. And that will do it. First quarter in the books. Copper Hills had a lead. Lone Peak tied it up. A late surge gives Copper a 21-12 lead at the end of 1. You're watching Copper Hills basketball live on KSLSports.com.
And you?
Start of the second quarter. 21-12, the advantage for Copper Hills. Unofficial scoring at the end of 1. Marston with 9, Frazier with 7. To lead the way for the Grizz. 3 for Barker, 2 for Ledger. Meanwhile, for Lone Peak, 3 for Woolston and Nordstrom. As a foul called inside here. This will go on Marston. That'll be her first, I believe. Then Folau, Harness, and Pope, each with 2 for Lone Peak. Try to get that inside, taken away by Marston. Crafty hands on the inbound. Barker up the other end.
Lone Peak keeping the pressure on.
back to a man here. They played zone a little bit in that first as they go inside to Barker, and she gets fouled. She'll head to the line.
Well, maybe she can improve that free throw percentage right here.
So the 95% free throw shooter, Skyly Barker, to the line. You know what, Coach? She had a tough game shooting free throws at Ridgeline. We might have our permission to Copper Hills basketball revoked. We've got to be her back. We have to have seen like her only misses all year.
We've got to bring her some good luck again, huh?
Well, we'll see if Chick-fil-A, our free throw sponsor, can bring her some good luck.
She needs a cookie.
She does need a cookie.
Needs a cookie.
I'm sure her dad, who's an assistant on the coaching staff here, might disagree, but there you go. A little Chick-fil-A luck there on that second one. 1 for 2 on the trip for Skyly.
Both teams transitioning to their offense so quickly.
That deflected, so Lone Peak's good. Shot clock down to 20. Pope step back. There's a long 2. Off the mark and rebounded by Copper, and a foul given immediately there by Charlie Warner. Second team foul on Lone Peak in this second quarter. As Frazier will check in here. Here's Marston. Frazier. Back to Ayla. That ball movement very quick. They get to Frazier in the paint again. No room for a shot. Ledger. She'll turn back. That a little strong. We got a Copper Hills foul called here. It's going to be on Barker. Her second. Shot to come off here is Taylor Johnson coming back on. Kennedy Woolston checking in for Lone Peak.
Copper Hills deflection again, slowing down Lone Peak offense.
Woolston trying to get through the lane, fouled here. I think this will go on Creer. Her first. Third team foul on Copper. Woolston's been aggressive here tonight, Coach.
Yeah, that defense, they're playing right up in your grill. Both ends.
Yeah. Kennedy again. That shot was blocked by Marston. Boy, Kennedy did a great job of holding that foot down and not getting called for the travel, but Marston able to make the defensive
Copper
play.
Hills hands, though.
Yep.
Right in the way. It's a great take.
And now Ayla will go to the line here. Second personal on Pope. So 2 Chick-fil-A free throws here for Ayla Marston. Both these two teams have been super aggressive, trying to get the ball inside, get good looks. Fouls adding up here, each team with 3 team fouls in this second quarter.
It's fun to see that in girls basketball, both ends being aggressive, defensively, offensively.
And now Copper Hills has doubled up Lone Peak, 24-12. See how Lone Peak tries to get that offense going. Here's Woolston. Harness tried to drive. Frazier's there. It's one of the things about Copper, they're so long.
They're getting deflections, and then that leads to a steal, which is fantastic. Their hands are in the right place.
Marston attacking, just missed that one. Woolston up the floor. Nordstrom back with Kennedy. They get back to Zuri and a foul. Ledger being
Another
aggressive.
One, yep.
That's the 14 foul. So the next foul, well, any foul from here on out, Lone Peak to the line.
So if you're Lone Peak, man, you're trying to get one more foul.
Yeah.
Take it in. Get him to foul you.
Zuri, tough turnaround, blocked by Johnson. And now that'll be the 4th Lone Peak foul.
Might end up being a long second quarter.
That was on full out. I think Chick-fil-A is going to get their money's worth in this second quarter, Coach. In for Frazier. What a job of sealing.
Great post up right there. She used her body so well to secure her position so that she could get the ball. She did a great job right there.
And a lot of times you'll see players kind of hesitate to get that ball inside. It's like, once you got position, feed it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because the worst that's going to happen, you miss the shot. But most of the time, you're going to get fouled.
That's where I feel like Copper Hills has been very deliberate tonight offensively, right? That ball's been moving. Aggressive cuts to the rim, quick shots, right? It's like when I have it, I'm taking it. Like,
but they're taking the right shot.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And now some question here. Officials, I don't know if this is a question about the foul count. I think we're good.
So even if it was on the shot or not off the shot, it's still free throws. So.
Free throw, the Chick-fil-A free throw for Frazier's long. She's got one more here. Ah, 0 for 2 on the trip.
Oh, open lane.
Oh, blocked away. How about the recovery of Taylor Johnson?
Another block, another deflection for Copper Hills. I hope that's a stat that they track. They get a lot of things from that.
That was a great job coming over. I thought that lane was open. Not so. Pope works that out. Woolston, defended by Marston. Folau. Kicks out. Kennedy thought about the 3. She'll drive, contact there. They let him play on. I don't mind that.
No. Thought the hands were high. Thought it was a good defense.
Oh, what a find. It's Frazier again.
And what a finish. Good job. Again, cutting that lane, finding the open spot.
And you see the advantage of getting that ball up quickly. Wide open look at the rim as we've got a foul away from the ball here. And oh, no, shot clock. Okay. So for Lone Peak, Harness and Holdcraft coming back on the floor. Taking advantage of that screen, but a little long on the shot.
Looking to get downhill, though.
Marston back to Frazier.
Oh, it was a great cut. A great find. Good pass.
Great idea, yeah. That one kicked. I've been surprised Copper Hill's been able to run as they have tonight. Like, usually Lone Peak has been able to slow that up when you think about historically Lone Peak.
Yeah, and I say especially because of their pressure defense and how much they're staying in the backcourt. So it's true. It's a good comment.
Long 3 from Woolston, no.
It's right there.
Stay here. No, it'll be Copper Hill's ball. My bad. Lone Peak has gone cold. They have not scored in this second quarter.
Yeah. That's a lot of pits to not have a bucket.
Yeah. Marston working with Ledger.
Another cut in the middle.
Frazier worked to Ama. That just rimmed out.
It's a good cut by Ledger.
Oh, that three denied. How about the closeout by Frazier?
Again, those hands, those long arms and those hands, it gives teams trouble.
Barker coming back on here for Copper Hills. Again, she had the 2 personal fouls. Just had to sit the last several minutes. I think Woolston might have a blood issue. Yeah, on the knee. Usually it's water on the knee, but tough drive. So Lone Peak will head to the line here. Is this foul called on Ama?
So we're at the line on both ends and for the rest of the quarter.
So Harness here with 2 free throws.
And that's their first bucket of the quarter for Lone Peak.
So Harness able to make them both. We'll get a substitution. Woolston coming back on here. Marston. Barker. Working inside. What a play. It's clear.
Using her body, securing that position, creating a great passing angle for her teammate.
And again, just the speed at which that ball is moving. Hard to keep your defense true.
Their passes have been spot on. But again, Copper Hills finding the right shot.
Yep. Woolston, she'll drive. Kicks out, Harness the 3. Big 3 there for Lone Peak.
It was a good creation by Woolston.
And you can see Copper Hills trying to force that ball away from her, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where her teammates got to
step
step up.
She drew the defense in, yeah, to be able to kick out.
Marston. Ooh, dangerous pass, and a foul going to be called here. This will go on Holdcraft. So a pair of free throws here for Career. Oh, we'll have one more here as Frazier's come back on for Coach Timpson. And splits the trip. Pope. Gives a Harness. Harness in the paint. Long on the shot. Marston to Barker.
Another cut down the middle and another find from her teammate. They're really making good use of those cuts down the middle lane.
A timeout taken. The speed of Copper Hills have lifted the Grizz to a 31-17 lead. Just over a minute to go here in the first half. 1:07 to go. Only player to score for Lone Peak in this second quarter has been Tatiana Harness. Crazy. And It'll be an opportunity for a full out ahead of the line here. That foul going to be called on Marston. So that'll be her second.
It's an aggressive foul on that one.
Yeah. Wow, good on the first. There's Barker coming on here. 55 seconds left in the half. Two for two. Marston terminated, needs some help here. Johnson works to Marston. Barker, baseline, floats it up, short, got her own miss. Marston for three. A Vunami three for Ayla Marston, her fourth of the game. Here's the drive, that shot, no. Copper Hills can get the last look. Marston. Oh, what a find to Frazier. Second opportunity is good.
Rebounds her own.
And Frazier caps it off for Copper Hills as they take a 36-19 lead to the locker room at the half. You're watching Copper Hills basketball on KSLSports.com, brought to you by ETT Apparel, Soccer Post, Vunami, and Chick-fil-A. Our apologies, little technical glitch. As I got it all resolved just in time for Fusi Ledger to score inside.
Again, from another middle cut. I love them. They're finding those lanes. It creates a lot of good angles for their teammates to make those passes.
And, oh, I thought she kept the foot down. They say a traveling violation there. So just to catch up on action here in this third quarter, our apologies. Harness has 5 in this third quarter, 12 in the game for Lone Peak. Meanwhile, Fraser hit of Unami 3. She's got 14, and Marston now with 15 to lead the way for Copper Hills. Johnson working in. Barker backing it down, sends out. Ledger for 3. No, and the rebound gathered by Lone Peak. Wilson inside, tough shot. That came off the rim.
It was a great move on her part and way to find the basket.
Ama. Oh, was trying to get that out to Ledger. A miscommunication. We've got a timeout taken here for Copper Hills, a Soccer Post timeout. We want to remind you, Soccer Post is your local source for all things soccer, located in West Jordan and Pleasant Grove. Soccer Post is here to serve our community and help all athletes perform at their best. From the latest releases to the perfect item for any fan, Soccer Post is the only choice for your soccer needs. Visit them online at soccerpost.com. We also, again, we had a little technical glitch there, but want to thank ETT Apparel. They sponsor our player of the game. Coach, we'll name this as we get closer to the end of the game, but who are a couple of candidates for you for our ETT Apparel player of the game?
So I think Fraser stands out. I mean, she's the one that got her team going right in the beginning of the first half. So she just scoring immediately and playing really confident. I think it fed into Copper Hills, and they were all playing really confident. Marston also really stands out as well. She's had those 4 threes in the first half. But also just has created a lot defensively with her ball pressure. But then the other one that really stands out to me, she hasn't scored yet, is Johnson. And I just love that she's clogging up the middle in there. She's doing the things that she needs to for her team defensively. She's got those long arms and those great hands. And I think that she's really created some difficulty for Lone Peak.
Yeah, she's done a great job. She was guarding Woolston early. We talked about what a great job she did forcing the ball away from her. And I feel like Woolston, having not been able to take as many shots early on, hasn't found her rhythm yet in this one.
She hasn't yet, and she's good at creating. And so, I mean, she has the potential. Hopefully she'll be able to do that.
Here's a 3 on the way from Pope. No, the rebound to Ama. Another one and done. Copper Hill's been really strong on the glass here tonight, Coach.
Yeah, they've been rebounding really well, both offensively and defensively. In the end of the first half, they gave themselves a couple of extra possessions and scored off of them.
That one taken away by Woolston. Woolston end-to-end getting the finish.
It was a great aggressive move on her part and splitting the defense right at the end.
And that's where, for me, if I'm Lone Peak, like, I don't want to be in a spot where it's like Woolston's taking every shot, but it's like, hey, we need you to, like, not be selfish, but
exactly, you're a top scorer.
Get
you
looks,
create
right?
a lot. Like,
yeah.
Do your job. Yep.
Nice play on the other end for Copper Hills. Back to a 16-point lead. Harness. Good recovery there by Ama to take away that little roll from Woolston. Tough shot, full out, no. Kept here, and that put back good for Harness. She's having herself a ball game.
She's doing really well tonight.
Averages 9 coming in. Unofficially here with 14. 2 to play in the third.
And she's playing really aggressive, which is helpful to earn those points.
Here's Ledger out of the corner. Ledger, boy, maybe got sped up a little bit on that attempt to the rim.
It was a great move, but yeah, She's got to slow herself down right at the end.
Woolston's 3 off the mark. They let play continue. Lone Peak fans thought that was a travel. Barker sends to Ledger. A Vunami 3 for Fusi Ledger, her first of the game.
Another attack right on that baseline by Barker, which drew the defense in, made Ledger wide open on that corner, wing corner.
A three from Woolston. She knew she missed it. Blocked away by Barker. Boy, what a job by Skyly Barker. I love the hustle there from Kennedy, but Skyly was having none of it.
No, she wasn't. Those are the fun plays.
Lone Peak will maintain it here. Oh, Woolston somehow able to get that to Hassan, but could not finish. Here comes Copper Hills. And Marston here foul, this given by Warner. Barker. And a foul called up top here. This will go on Pope. Her third.
Again, that aggressive defense. You're going to pick up some fouls with aggressive defense.
Barker and Woolston. You saw kind of that extension on that entry.
That's a good job by Johnson to use her body to get the open right there.
A first on Kennedy. Oh, that was the fifth team foul. They picked two up very quickly there. I lost track of that. So Johnson to the line. First one, no, for Taylor. Ledger and Frazier both back on here. So 1 for 2 on the trip. Lone Peak can hold for the last shot if they would like. Woolston, a little bit of space there, thought better of it.
Oh, good cut.
On the drive, Harness, no, the putback, Pope blocked away, and a foul called up top.
So called on the rebound or called on the shot?
On the shot.
On the shots.
So 2 coming here for Pope. There's 2 seconds to go here. Pope good on the first. Her first points since the opening quarter. Hits them both. Final seconds. Ama on the inbound, and that will not go. 48-32, Copper Hills with a comfortable lead as we head to the 4th and final quarter here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome in. Start of the 4th quarter, 48-32, Copper Hills leading Lone Peak.
Lone Peak tried to mix up some defenses in that last quarter, tried to get themselves going that way.
Yeah, moving screen there.
See what defense they play here. Oh, they're back into the front court here.
I like the pressure here, right? You don't have anything to lose at this point.
At this point, you don't. Take some risks.
Bringing the trap. Boy, that's a tough pass. And back-to-back fouls called very quickly here on Holdcraft. 48-32, and we've got, is that the 5th? Yeah. So Oldcraft is fouled out. Frazier. On the drive, no, came off the rim.
Is that Frazier in there trying to get an offensive rebound?
Miscommunication there, kind of caught in between. Copper Hills with the steal.
Hands in the passing lane creates it.
Oh, Marston had a step. Just dribbled it off her foot.
She got real excited for that lane.
Yeah, did a great job of getting that edge. Here's Pope. Working to Nordstrom from the junction. That one good.
A good roll on her part and a great step back move.
Missouri averages 7 a game. She's got 5. She hit that early 3, and I thought, boy, this is a game where she could have a big impact. She hasn't been able to find her offense tonight either. This Copper Hills defense has done a great job of keeping it away from her as well.
Yeah, I think across the board, Copper Hills has done a great job defensively of slowing down the Lone Peak offense, not really letting them find a rhythm.
That's sent back out. Ledger from the corner. A Vunami 3 for Ledger, her second tonight. Foul on the other end, and now we've got a timeout taken here on Copper Hills, or by Copper Hills. So we'll step aside. Copper Hills timeout. Be back after this. Thanks Soccer Post for sponsoring this Copper Hills timeout. Reminder, if you are a soccer fan, there's no one better than Soccer Post. Here to serve our community and help their athletes perform at their best, including releases for the perfect item for any fan. Visit them online at soccerpost.com or at their location in West Jordan or Pleasant Grove. 51-34. And Pope to the free throw line here. Missed the front end. And splits them. Harness nearly had it. And Copper Hills able to regain. Overthrown Frazier. And it will be a Lone Peak ball.
That backcourt pressure creates some problems.
So Lone Peak gets the ball. They would have liked the foul call down here, but none given there. Woolston around the screen. She'll try the 3. No. Copper able to beat that pressure. Nordstrom there defensively. She's going to be whistled here for the contact. Third personal on Zuri. We've covered Lone Peak a lot. Coach, you've coached against them a lot. This does not look like a Lone Peak team that we've seen the last several years. And They having to replace a lot of really good talent, but boy, it just speaks to how Copper Hills made them uncomfortable on both ends of the floor tonight.
Agreed. I mean, they still are lone peak as far as trying to create a lot of pressure defensively, but Copper Hills has shown such patience that really didn't rattle them. And then offensively, I mean, Lone Peak tries to create those angles and getting to the middle, but I mean, when you have your 6-footer that's there in the middle, it creates a problem trying to get in there.
Well, I think even the length from Copper tonight, right? I mean, we can talk about how quickly they move the ball offensively. We can talk about, defensively they've been very quick, but the length has caused a problem for a lot of these passing lanes. A lot of the cutters for Lone Peak, they just haven't been able to get into their normal offense.
Well, and when they're getting that many deflections, it leads to steals or to turnovers, and that's hard to run on offense when it's constantly being tipped.
That's one of the things that's going to be really interesting. When we saw Copper Hills, they were preseason #1 in 6A, had high expectations, and lost a couple games. Thought, wow, what are they?
They played really tough teams.
They did play really tough teams. But you see them tonight. I thought this game was going to be competitive, and really late part of that first quarter was like, nope, we're going to make a statement tonight, and it has been a statement.
It has been because they have just played so dominant the entire time.
So 2 timeouts left for both sides. This Lone Peak timeout. Knights with 3 team fouls, only 1 on Copper here in this fourth quarter, 5.5 to go. Reminder at the end of the game, Coach Mason going to choose our ETT Apparel player of the game. No pressure, Coach. And a traveling violation.
Yeah, it's hard tonight.
It is hard tonight. There's a lot of candidates, 3 players in double figures for Copper Hills. And while, point scorers usually get it, there's a lot of really good things that have been done besides scoring the ball tonight by a number of Copper Hills players. So good luck.
I appreciate the challenge.
Yeah. This one handed off. Here's Zuri Nordstrom up with Woolston. Pope with the drive.
Ooh, almost fell.
And this foul going to go on Creer. I think that's the other thing too that's impressed me about Copper tonight so often. And Coach, you've been on the bench. Team will get a big lead, and then they may, their mindset may shift, right? And they kind of let a team come back in. There's been none of that tonight. This Copper Hills team has stayed locked in.
They really have. Their focus has been there, and I've been so impressed with their team chemistry tonight. It just feels like they are on the same page both offensively and defensively, and they, like you said, they haven't let anything slide.
Pope at the line, makes them both. So 51-37. Lone Peak staying in that pressure. Helped get some extra possessions here in this fourth quarter. Marston able to break it.
What a pass.
Not a lot of room there. Fit it in well. Barker on the drive. Count it. Skyly Barker with the take and an opportunity for the 3-point play with a Chick-fil-A free throw. She's only got, I have her with 8 points tonight.
Points, yeah.
Well below her average. Again, averaging 21 coming into tonight. Now with 9 after that make.
But it's been nice to see her other teammates step in and fill in some of the point averages.
Yeah, Skyly's great, but there's going to be those nights where teams focus on her. And as you've seen tonight, you need players to step up, and a lot of players for Copper have.
Yeah.
Johnson giving Marston on the drive. Good hands there, knocking that out. Harness. Talk about the youth of this Lone Peak team. I see just 2 seniors, or just 1 senior, 2 seniors on the roster, my bad. They are young. Here's Pope. This is a long 2.
Great hustle play by Woolston.
When we talk about Copper Hills staying locked in, Lone Peak has as well. It just haven't been able to get into their stuff. Typical shots haven't gone, but they've still been battling and scrapping here.
Yeah, they've run a pretty good offense, but a lot of their shots haven't fallen.
Yeah. Inside, 4 minutes to go here.
I think that's the mark of a Nancy Warner team, too. And she just gets her teams to compete and gets them working hard.
Dual possession here. Arrow will give it to Copper. And here's the other thing about Nancy Warner teams is they get better as the year goes on, and they learn, right? So if we see this matchup again, I don't think you're going to see a 16-point game.
It'll be a different game.
Quarter, yeah.
It'll be a different game.
That one nearly taken away by Woolston. Kept here.
I love the aggressiveness that Lone Peak's playing with right now. Like you said, what do they got to lose at this point?
Harness going to be called for the foul here. And that is the 15th foul. So free throws the rest of the way here for Copper Hills. So Marston with a pair of Chick-fil-A free throws here. Game high 16 points for her. Make it 17. Set the tone early, had 4 Vunami threes in that first half. Woolston in the paint, lost it going up. You could tell by her reaction she thought there was contact there.
I think she thought it went off Barker.
Frazier back with Skiley. Skiley with the lane, high off the window, won't go.
It was a good look, though, again, showing that patience on offense.
Zuri will try the 3. That one was short and last touched by Marston.
So here I can say I would want run a play for a three-pointer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Copper thought,
yeah. Harness's 3 won't go. And rebounded by Marston. Here's Alma.
A lot of chippiness going on
There's
there.
bodies on the floor here on both ends. Barker skips across. Frazier. No, and the rebound tracked down by Nordstrom. Up for Woolston. Kennedy, a little step around is fouled.
It's a good push of pace on offense for them, getting them that good look.
This foul on Marston, her 4th. And there'll be a pair here for Woolston. Kennedy, we talked about Barker below her average. Kennedy with just 5. Again, averages 16.
It's taken her a while to get going.
And Kennedy will come off the floor here. She makes them both. Starters coming off here for Copper as well. A couple at least. Frazier and Johnson both checking out. Oh, trying to get it to Barker.
It's almost a 10-second call.
Yeah, they had to get it up. Tight window. Finson sends out 3 from Nordstrom. Hit the support, so that will not count. Is that frustrating for you as a coach to see a play like that come off because of the support?
I don't know if you noticed Nancy Warner right there, though. She's just praising her girls, telling them they did a good job. They just got a turnover. And, they got a great shot.
They're still hustling, right?
Fall, yeah,
that trap, they're...
I was impressed by that. That's good coaching.
Nearly given up.
Getting on the floor.
And taken away. Vincent on the run is fouled.
Good aggressiveness, taking it in.
Kai, one of the two seniors on this Lone Peak roster. Kai misses the first, has one more here. Barker checking out as Bush is checked in here for Copper. Sophomore. One for two on the trip. Marcia across the timeline. Final minute. Marston defended here by Kaya. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Bush on the cut.
Backdoor cut.
Yep. Extra pass in the corner. The three, no. Finds Ama. Caught under the rim. Shot clock turned off here. Final 30 seconds. The last non-region game before region play for these two teams. Lone Peak will take on PG. Copper will take on Corner as Copper Hills going to defend home court and pick up a big win as that shot from Falau won't go. And the putback from Nordstrom won't, and that'll do it. 55-40, Copper Hills with the win. Coach, your final thoughts and a selection of our ETT Apparel Player of the Game.
Well, first of all, I thought both teams did really well. It was fun to see a fast-paced, aggressive game, both offensively and defensively from both teams. I was really impressed with Copper Hills' confidence. They started from the very beginning, and as we talked about, they did not let down through the entire game. It was really nice to see them play with that team chemistry and really feed off of each other.
And just a reminder, if you're looking for customized apparel, look no further than Elevated Team Twill at ETT Apparel. They specialize in embroidery, tackle twill, and hot press techniques for whatever customized apparel need you're wanting. ETT Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your apparel needs. Visit them online at ettapparel.com. Coach, who is your ETT Apparel Player of the Game?
All right, so I just want to kind of reiterate what I had said before. There's a lot of things that happened with this team tonight with Copper Hills that I hadn't seen in games previously, and I was impressed with some of the role players. I was impressed with Johnson and her hands and her position defensively. I thought Ledger stepped up tonight and hit some shots, as we said. Barker is their leading scorer, ended with about 9 points, and so that's a lot different for their team. So I was impressed with those role players. The one that stood out to me the most, though, tonight was Frazier. And I think she didn't score as much in the second half, but she really got her team going from the get-go, from the beginning, and I think that fed their confidence. She came out and was ready to play. She played with so much confidence, and then that led her team to play with confidence. And like we talked about, they didn't let up the entire game. So I thought that was good leadership on her part, and I hope that she can continue to do that through the season.
Aspen Frazier, your ETT Apparel Player of the Game, 55-40, Copper Hills over Lone Peak. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to, of course, thank our sponsors that make this possible, ETT Apparel, Soccer Post, Vunami, and Chick-fil-A. For Joshua Dodge, Coach Sharon Mason, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night. We'll see you next time for Copper Hills basketball on the Rewind Sports Network.